What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron back today with more Destiny 2, and today we are looking at the auto rifle from Iron Banner. And I know Iron Banner's done with, but I had to grind to rank 30 to get this thing. I got it Monday night, so sorry the video is posted after Iron Banner, and you can't acquire this thing if you didn't get it. But I'm here to tell you, don't bother. And I'm going to get into that right now. So it is a 720 RPM auto rifle in the energy slot from Viced. There are three other ones, four in total, 720 RPM energy auto rifles from Viced. They're all very similar. Some of them, they all have different perks, different flavors, but it's kind of like different flavors of fruit punch. They're all about the same. They're all about the same. This one has some perks that are kind of good in some cases, not so great in the others. Like any of the four, it has rapid fire frames, so it has deeper ammo reserves, slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty, and it being a 720 RPM is basically like an SMG with more range. So if you're kind of on a map in Crucible that has, mid to short range engagements, you want to use something like this in a hand cannon, you can probably pull that off. It's a good mix between an auto rifle and an SMG. Any of the 720 RPM auto rifles are from Viced. It's kind of just like choose your flavor. I'm sure some people will love this thing for the perks that it has. Personally, I don't think it's worth grinding to rank 30 in the Iron Banner for. It made the last 5 levels of grinding Iron Banner for me very painful because I wasn't really excited for this other than just to have it. But the 3 barrel options we have, because of course you cannot change the scopes on these. We have corkscrew rifling, polygonal rifling, and fluted barrel. I chose corkscrew rifling just for the increased range. And then we have the choice of extended mag and high caliber rounds. There's not really a choice here. You should go with high caliber rounds. It increases the range and causes flinch on your targets. And having your enemies flinched more often than not is better for you. If they're flinching, chances are they might miss more often. And then we have auto-loading holster, which makes this weapon really lackluster for me personally. If I'm using an auto rifle, I'm not just going to pull it out, fire off, part of a mag and put it away and wait for that reload sound, which is actually quite a long time to pull it back out again. I'm going to manually reload it, and the reload speed on this thing isn't terrible anyway. You could go with, again, extended mag. You get 60 rounds versus 50, but then you lose high caliber rounds. It's not worth it. It's not worth that trade-off. So the auto-loading holster just completely ruined this weapon for me. Like, literally any other perk would have been a better option for this weapon. But something a little bit different. I'm not going to be bringing this weapon into the Crucible, even though it's from Iron Banner and kind of fits the Crucible bill. We're going to take a look at the other 3. And then I'll shoot some enemies with it so you can kind of see how long the reload time is on the weapon and so on and so forth. Now, my favorite of these 720 RPMs is Hollow Earth. And that's just because it has Zen Moment, quite a long range, and ricochet rounds, which increase stability and range. So basically, this thing becomes a laser beam bullet hose, which is why I like it. It's nice and stable. You can use it up close. You can use it in medium close range as well. You really don't want to go beyond those with one of these auto rifles. The popular option is the VALAKADYN, which has under pressure, so improves stability and accuracy as the mag gets lower, and flared mag well, so the reload speed is very, very fast. And then we have the same corkscrew fluted, and we have hammer forged here, but yeah, and then the other option, kind of the lesser known, lesser used, is the Perseverance, which has dynamic sway reduction, so again, kind of boosting accuracy, boosting stability, that sort of thing. This one has accurized rounds or steady rounds, but the range on this thing pales in comparison to any of the other options. I believe that's kind of why it's the lesser of the 4 now. But we're going to take a look at this and see how it performs. Now, it's not terrible. You know, it's not a bad weapon. The high caliber rounds definitely do make it worth giving a try. The reason why I don't like it is because I had to get to rank 30 in the Iron Banner to acquire it. In all those package turn-ins, if it were able to be dropped, you'd think that a person would get it. I don't think you could have gotten any of the new weapons until you've unlocked them. So, having to get to rank 30 for this thing is kind of just put a bad taste in my mouth about it. And I mean, it's not a bad auto rifle either. I mean, it does the damage that you would expect it to. The high caliber rounds definitely help. You know, the couple times I did use this thing in the Crucible, you can definitely tell the difference when an enemy is getting flinched or not from high cal. But just auto-loading holster, again, just completely ruins the weapon for me. So once we're done clearing out this room, I'll let you guys hear how long it takes on the audio cue. So, and now we'll switch weapons. There we go. That was the sound. And it's reloaded. So, an auto rifle to me is something that I'm going to reload myself. And being a frequent reloader, I'm not going to make use of the perk, and I think a lot of other people are in the same boat as me. It kind of seems like a swing and a miss. A lot of the weapons from Iron Banner this time around in Season 3 have had auto-loading holster, which is something that I like on power weapons, like the Sins of the Past rocket launcher has auto-loading holster, which makes sense. You fire off a rocket, it reloads itself. By the time you want to use it again, if you're using it, you know, to like add clear or to take out an orange bar enemy or something like that, it's probably going to be reloaded again for you automatically. And reloading the rocket launchers always seems to take longer than you want it to. You know, you're either going to use auto-loading holster, or you're going to use a rally barricade, or you're just going to have a bad time wishing that you had either of those two options available for you. But auto-loading holster on a kinetic or energy weapon, to me, seems like just a waste of a perk. Literally any other option would have been better. You know, if this thing would have had Zen Moment in high caliber rounds, it would have been a complete beast. If it had just anything. Literally anything. And this would have been a completely different review. I'd been praising the weapon and saying, hey, you know, next time Iron Banner comes around, grind to 30. And honestly, if it was a better weapon, I would have reviewed it the second I got it and said, hey guys, you have a limited amount of time, go grind and get this thing right now because it's totally worth it, but right now it's totally not. So if you're looking for a 720 RPM auto rifle in the energy slot, you like the way these look, you like how they can be used as like a mini SMG, or I'm sorry, a big SMG, a mini auto rifle, go for the Hollow Earth, and Faction Rally should be coming back around here shortly if you don't have one. So, and if you don't have one of those, the VALAKADYN is like my third option. The Perseverance, honestly, I was surprised I even had one of these in my vault. But I'm going to hold on to it again because we have increased vault space now and got to catch them all. So, but that is going to be it for this episode. So I know there's going to be people with varying opinions other than mine. I'm sure I've just completely ripped apart somebody's new favorite gun. But, you know, opinions are going to vary. And as far as this weapon goes, since there are basically 4 other very close options to use, this just isn't one that I would pick. So, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Does auto-loading holster do it for you? You know, do you use the perk on an energy or kinetic weapon? I personally don't. I think it's a waste of a perk space. But let me know. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. But if you want to see more of my daily shenanigans, please remember to hit that subscribe button. But don't forget to have a good day, everybody. and I'll catch you all next time.